Ну что ж, начинается. Let's go! Fuck yeah, let's go. Oblivion Remastered Xbox. Fucking yes. Bethesda Game Studios представляет. Virtus, хуй знает, что это такое, но если они сделали прикольный ремастер, я им... просто... Ну-ка. Давай, давай, давай. Покажи нам магию, собака.
Our future in your hands. Take with you my blessings and the hope of the Empire.
Ля, секс, просто секс.
Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Ремастер старых, точнее, древних свитков Обливиона. Ну что ж, давай, просвещай нас. Microsoft. Или Bethesda, или Xbox. Так, это наша милашка, как его там. А, тут Говард.
To us it goes beyond game franchise.
Yeah, it's the DNA of Bethesda Game Studios.
Obviously, we're working on the 6th chapter here, but what's great about the Elder Scrolls is being able to look back at all of the chapters, Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, Daggerfall, Arena, and each of them try to define role-playing games and open-world games for their generation.
Почему это плохо снято?
With the worlds we've made and these stories we're telling, and it's really amazing.
Oblivion was a real defining moment in the series and for how we make games as a studio.
Короче, он только что сказал, что Oblivion — это легендарная игра.
We want people to feel the way they did then, but it's still a game of its time. You want to keep those bones in place. You want some of that old charm.
Coming back to Oblivion now with this tremendous visual update is absolutely amazing. It's the world I remember, but better.
There's so much there, both for the Elder Scrolls world and also this evolution of our games, I think is really, really important for people to take a look back at.
Looking back and seeing everything we've accomplished in the past 20 years and working with these people, like, it's really special.
Yeah, there are still quite a few people that I've worked with for that long, and it sort of gave me the warm fuzzies.
Oh my God, it's been 20 years? I think the thing that gets me the most is the music. Like, when you hear that music at the main menu, there's just like...
О, да.
There's this, like...
Прям мурашки.
Nostalgia.
Oblivion is the beginning of who I am. As an individual, as a game developer, it all starts with it.
I don't even think it took me till release to realize how big this was.
People loved it. Like, they loved it.
Such a key moment in our history of making games.
Реально не работает в Bethesda со времен Обливиона. Это больше 15 лет. Это почти 20 лет, охереть.
We had that really special moment of coming out into the world for the first time, what that meant to this game.
Every time we think about Oblivion, it's, what if we could give that moment to everybody again?
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see.
Ебать!
Whether you're reliving these moments or experiencing them for the first time, the world of Oblivion Remastered immediately looks and feels incredible. When we decided to remaster Oblivion, we were really picky about finding the right partner. From the very beginning of this project, we had one rule. We weren't going to do this if we weren't going to be able to do it right. Our partners at Virtuous went above and beyond to bring our vision to life. The care and love they've poured into the Oblivion Remaster has been absolutely breathtaking.
Welcome to Paris, and welcome to Virtuous. Our team here has been hard at work delivering
это французская компания. Надеюсь, они получше работают, чем Ubisoft.
So we know what makes that team and their games special.
Охереть.
We wanted to make the remaster more friendly to gamers with modern hardware. This is Oblivion in its most complete form.
About time someone got here. Huzzah!
Those familiar with only some Elder Scrolls lore will now be able to experience the events that set the stage for Skyrim. You embark on an epic journey to stop the Mythic Dawn cult.
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
Вообще-то, насколько я знаю, Skyrim вообще никакого отношения к Oblivion'у не имеет. И кризис Обливиона вообще никакого отношения к Skyrim'у не имеет, и к драконам.
In addition to the core game,
ну, кроме Талоса, конечно.
All add-ons, including story expansions, Shivering Isles, and Knights of the Nine, so you get the full experience.
On a personal level, it was really important to me to ensure that we're preserving the magic of the original experience. At the end of the day, we're all fans too.
This is a dream project for me, right? I'm a fan. I have been always a fan.
Well, I played Oblivion for perhaps 10,000 hours.
Oblivion was my first Elder Scrolls game, and it was one of the games that made me want to be a game developer.
The best way to describe it,
то же самое.
Call it a love letter.
You will find your own path, but there will be blood and death before the end.
Какой-то странный переход у музыки сейчас был.
The technology we used to create the original was cutting edge at the time, but tools have come a long way since then.
Охренеть. А, это выход в... Острова, как называются эти острова? Шепчущие острова или как называется? Shivering Isles.
We think of the Oblivion game engine as the brain and Unreal 5 as the body. The brain drives all the world logic and gameplay, and the body brings to life the experience that players have loved for almost 20 years.
But it's not just about pure fidelity. We knew we had to preserve the distinct style, making it as uniquely Oblivion as possible.
The brush opens a portal into the painting. You're stuck here like I am.
The Isles, a wonderful place. Good for a visit. Or eternity.
We've leveraged nearly every major feature from the latest version of Unreal 5.
Our goal was to push the visuals to the next level using the latest technologies. We created brand new, highly detailed character models.
Серьезно? Что они с каджитами сделали? What the fuck?
Allowing us a truly impressive level of detail in the world.
Это что за метро-каджиты? Я не понял.
This game was completely redesigned and handcrafted from scratch. We implemented an advanced real-time lighting system that accurately simulates how light interacts with the environment.
Как странно выглядит движение тени. Прям капец.
While the original game had limited dynamic shadows, now the entire world reacts naturally to light.
Wow.
We used an incredible new lip sync technology that really enhanced performance in our characters.
He left us a warning. Heed it!
And real tools helped us create the base mesh of our characters. From there, our artists sculpt each race individually to adapt it to the mesh, allowing us to share the model, rig, and textures.
Блин, круто.
All races, including Argonians, Orcs, and Khajiits, are built on the same base mesh, making the lip sync system more effective.
Точнее, персонаж выглядит очень странно.
to the guild.
We have access to so many modern rendering features. You'll see them in something as simple as running through a forest. Insects flying around, fish swimming in the water, light filtering through the leaves. Thanks to these technological advances, you feel even more immersed in this living.
Я теперь хочу знать, когда релиз.
You really believe you're in Cyrodiil.
Дайте релиз сегодня. Сегодня же я всю ночь играть буду. Мне похер на все вообще.
To retrieve a carved panel from the central chamber of the High Fane.
It's not just visuals that we've modernized in the remaster. It's gameplay. It's UI and UX. It's audio. We've updated features and systems across the board.
We've changed the approach to leveling, which I think will make a lot of people happy. It's inspired by the leveling systems of both Oblivion and Skyrim, so it's the best of both worlds.
Звуки, кстати, не поменяли.
We were able to fully recreate the character models, creating a physicality that feels more human. You see that in places like combat animations. There's a lot more separation between the upper and lower body, and all the animations have more flourish. Combat in the original Oblivion didn't have sound effects, visual effects, or hit reactions. Now you'll get blood splatters, sparks, and controller feedback. You know, it's a little thing, but little things add up to make the combat more modern and engaging.
There's a proper third-person perspective now. The original had third-person, but there was no crosshair, and we felt the experience could be modernized. One of our goals was to have a third-person view that compared to Starfield in terms of playability. Now, the third-person...
Starfield, серьезно? Хреновый выбор, конечно.
You have my ear, citizen.
When Oblivion first...
Тебя мое ухо.
How goes it? How are you?
Disk storage limits meant we couldn't have unique voiceovers for all the races. So we've gone back and recorded new lines of dialogue.
Новые диалоги.
In the game now sounds unique.
Can't stand the sight of those creatures.
Бля,
We also
прикольно.
made sure to keep in all of the quirkier dialogue.
I really like the way they say hello. Sometimes it's so random, and then they just, hi there.
Hi there.
But it's like so nice and creepy at the same time.
Stop! You violated the law.
Stop!
Stop!
You violated the law.
Stop, criminal scum!
Nice.
Cheese for everyone.
Cheese for everyone!
Бля, хочу пройти на английском. Русского не будет, ребята, русского не будет. Русского не будет в этом прохождении, будет только English и все. Они не смогут добавить русскую озвучку в ремастер, потому что больше фраз. Я давно хотел пройти, короче, Oblivion на английском. Прочувствовать вот эту вот оригинальную версию Oblivion.
Stop! You violated the law. You're stolen.
Это что за хуйня? Это что за чел из ММО-РПГ корейского? What the fuck? Воу, what the fuck сейчас было? Что за эффект странный?
As games have developed over the past 20 years, players have come to expect a certain suite of tools and controls.
Like sprinting. Sprinting is an interesting one because there was such a big debate internally among our teams.
Я вот не помню, был ли спринт в предыдущей версии?
Ultimately, we decided as 2025, and people are going to want to sprint. In
Как он странно
the
бегает.
character locomotion has been completely redone from scratch, and that has a huge impact from the very beginning of the game.
Every single updated or new feature was implemented with the player in mind.
О, как странно это выглядит. Очень-очень необычно.
What are those features that just immediately come to mind for players when they think of the game?
The mini games are the mini games. Those are so iconic to Oblivion.
Great! How's it go again?
Like lockpicking. You can put a fresh coat of paint on it, but you can't change it too much because it's part of the core experience.
Whether you're returning to Cyrodiil or you're a newcomer,
I'm going to follow you and watch you and worship the ground you walk on.
you will instantly feel at home. It just feels better.
Блин, эффекты очень прикольно выглядят.
But it's still the same incredible adventure and the same carefully handcrafted world.
Well, it's about time. Do you know how long we've been waiting?
Новые анимации, кстати, видели? Это, конечно, не motion capture, но все равно анимации, они выглядят намного живее, чем просто статичные персонажи, которые двигают губами и все.
None of what we're surrounded by right now would be here
Starfield.
if we hadn't made that game and it hadn't been the success that it was. The effort that we put into it, the sort of the love that went into it, I think that comes across on the screen.
To have worked on something that people care enough where you're in a position where you can remaster it, it's a privilege.
And now, to help introduce this game to a new generation of players, I feel so lucky.
I really think that people, when they jump back into the remaster, they're going to be shocked at just how good the game looks.
Я уже в шоке, если честно.
Oblivion gates look absolutely incredible, and I think they're just going to find themselves lost in the world.
Even if it's just the music, for example, just walking around for half an hour in the world, you feel something, and that's precious.
You're going back to a world that you've been to before, but it's better somehow. Like, it's an intangible thing, but it's like, it's new, it's fun, like it's exciting again.
But it's ultimately the same game.
Кстати, анимация очень сильно выглядит, точнее, очень похожа на анимации из Тесо. Прям очень похожа на анимации из Тесо.
All of us at Bethesda Game Studios.
And Virtuous.
We want to thank you for joining.
Давай, когда релиз? Когда релиз, детка?
And being able to work on this remaster and bring it to a new generation of players has been an incredible experience. We were too excited to get it in your hands and didn't want to just show it off to you and then make you have to wait.
Fuck yeah, let's go!
The best part of my job is that I get to be the one to announce that the Oblivion Remaster will be available today.
Когда? Когда сегодня-то? Я хочу сейчас. Дайте сейчас. Я хочу зайти на Xbox, включить установку и пусть устанавливается. И все. Вау.
I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. This is the 27th of last seed. The year of Akatosh.
О, маткраба.
These are the closing days of the third era.
Не-не-не, это Oblivion. Oblivion Remastered.
Of my life. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. This is only the beginning. Worse is to come. Looks clear. A trap!
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
Who now will save us from the coming darkness? Die! Here you must find your own path.
Remember the Emperor!
Единорог?
And close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Так, ну что? Пора расчехлить свой Xbox Series X. Я не буду устанавливать на ПК. Я буду на Xbox устанавливать. Не, я не хочу смотреть специальный геймплей. Я хочу, короче, сам поиграть, сам посмотреть от начала до конца, увидеть, окунуться в это безумие, окунуться в это дело. Короче, что вы поняли, эта игра, это очень важная игра в моей жизни, потому что эта игра превратила меня в настоящего геймера, а не в того сопляка, который играл только в CS-ку, всякое дерьмо. Вот, эта игра научила меня ценить сюжет, ценить персонажей. И именно погружаться в мир игры, и именно благодаря этой игре я сейчас стримлю, и вообще Я тот, кто есть на самом деле. И эта игра, это очень-очень важная часть моей жизни, поэтому мы будем ее проходить до талого просто. Каждый сантиметр мы будем осматривать, проходить все квесты и прочее, прочее, прочее. Главное, чтобы мне места хватило на ПК для записи.